Hey Aries, welcome to Wild Pearl Tarot on this beautiful day. We're going to be doing a timeless tarot and oracle reading for you, asking what's coming towards you at the time of seeing this. And this is our Aries week. I'm just dropping videos like every day for you. One of the reasons is because I've been doing tarot on this channel for a couple years now, and y'all haven't discovered me yet. I've got a couple of you that I just absolutely adore, and I just look forward to saying hi to your comments and stuff. But for those of you who are trying out the channel, I appreciate your time and I want to make it worth it. If you find that this reading is helpful, please consider subscribing, joining the family. And I thank you in advance for hitting the like button. See what I did there? All right, you guys. So we're going to get a few cards out just to kind of give us an idea of where the energy's going, and then we're going to get an oracle card and we'll unpack it from there. So what's coming towards my Aries at this time? If you'd like for me to pray for you, if you'd like other people to pray for you as well on this channel, say hi in the comments section or leave an emoji, and that will give us something that we can focus on that represents your energy. That's kind of what that's for. All right, so we have the Eight of Cups, leaving something behind. Now, the thing that you're leaving behind, or whoever this is, because roles can be reversed, but whoever this is leaving it behind, they're going on faith that what lies out in those hills and yonder is going to be worth their leap of faith, worth the risk of leaving something that they cultivated, okay? Now, it can be all sorts of scenarios kind of put you in that situation. You're all going through different things, but you'll hear me give you examples just to further demonstrate the energy, because the energy is always the same, okay? Then we have the Hermit card. This is Virgo energy. This is going within. This is reaching down for that inner voice. And so there's no better thing to do than try your best to get in alignment with that deeper wisdom and that intuition when you are taking it on faith that, you know, trying something new or going in a new direction is the right way for you, because you're kind of exercising your faith inevitably, right? The brain always knows what it's experienced. If you listen to your brain and you just fall back on your own experiences in the past, it's going to send you down the same routes. So it's our intuition that leads us into the future, that which we have not experienced yet. Finally, we have the Page of Swords in reverse. Now, the Page of Swords in reverse is a very interesting card. We're going to start unpacking that real quick. So before I say anything, because all the pages are youthful energy, sometimes they even represent children. But in this case, it's a kind of an immature energy, and it's coming out with some interesting cards. Page of Swords can sometimes be negative talk. It can be gossip. It can also be undeveloped information. So like, this is where we run risk of jumping to conclusions or filling in the gaps with our own storyline. We have that coming out with kind of an exhausted energy, a defensive energy of Nine of Rods in reverse. And then we have this incredibly solo, independent energy of the Nine of Pentacles. This usually talks about, you know, this really has a big vibe of like, I'm on my own. I don't, you know, like recognizing that there might be people talking about you. And it further makes you want to distance yourself and be more independent in a situation. But nevertheless, I feel like there's been an exhausted defensive energy attached to it, which totally makes sense, right? By the way, we did another reading for you, a love reading. So if you guys are really, like, for any of you guys who are kind of in the throes of a relationship stuff, that might be really helpful because there's some of the same cards coming out. That's only for some of you guys. Yeah, we have somebody here who is having a huge influence on your life. And then in every single reading, you've been getting the Six of Rods. You're having a huge victory here, but it's so crazy because there's somebody here who's really kind of manipulative and not healthy. I don't know who this is, Aries, but you will if it resonates. The Queen of Rods upside down can be somebody very much stuck in their ego. And from that place, they're making some dumb decisions. You know, they can be selfish, they can be manipulative in that place, they can be kind of bullies, they can be pushy. And so what about this Queen of Rods for my Aries? The Empress. So we're having this victory here. Empress is a positive card. Tell me about Empress. Hanged Man upside down. Okay, so some of you guys are like literally cutting cords between you and another energy that's just been bossy and demonstrative in your life. And you're like, I am out. I don't care what they say. I don't care if they gossip. I don't like, here's them and here's me. You know, you're putting space between you and this energy. And things have come to a stop. There's like this really crazy common theme in all of your readings. Hanged Man upside down is things coming to a total stop. So all progress comes to a halt with this individual. And it feels like you are falling back on your own intuition. This has made you very much like closer to yourself. It's making you rely on yourself in a new way. So in that sense, it's really beautiful. And I want to now talk about, let's not talk about that bossy, lame energy anymore. Let's talk about what these hills are that you're walking towards. If you're the one that's left this situation especially, what are these hills? What's the promising transformation? Some of you guys are getting help to make this transformation, and some of you guys are like the help. You are all the help that you need, but this is kind of that moment where the caterpillar goes into the cocoon, comes out a butterfly. The biggest message here with Temperance is patience, number one, and balance, number two. So you're going to be very aware of possibly balance in elements of control and your own autonomy, who has control over you or who you feel is trying to push you around. You might be very sensitive to that at this time. You might be even really sensitive to your personal balance. So you might be just kind of dialing in your own disciplines, you know, around health, food, exercise, work, you know. And so this is a time of like gathering in all your energy, and you're not trusting. There's somebody here you're not trusting, and you're like, I'm putting a stop to all of this, cutting cords here. Yeah, and you don't care if what they say, you don't care if they say it to somebody else. You are taking your power back. Crazy. You've got a really strong, in all your readings, you've got a really strong message of that. King of Rods. So this could be you. As you gather your energy, as you get more in alignment and in tune with your own intuition, and you hear your own voice. And by the way, disciplines like meditation, and if you're a church-going person, going to church, those disciplines that help you gather that energy and get into alignment, go for them. This is a really good time for those types of disciplines. King of Rods is a visionary, and this is also a fire sign. Now, King of Rods, I feel like, is you in this reading. And I love the King of Rods because they're all about what's next, what's the future hold for me. They love the emotions of enthusiasm and excitement. They love to play with them. And that's not everybody, right? We all know those people who are like, too much excitement, calm down, chill out. You know, they don't like the feeling in their body, literally. So this is not you. This is you moving to a place of, okay, bring me the ideas. Okay, what's the next adventure? And you might not be there yet, Aries, and that would be very understandable, because I think a lot of you guys are kind of recovering from this demonstrative energy you've been around. That's okay. Give yourself some time. The most important thing is really just gathering up your courage and your spiritual self becoming in alignment, and your autonomy, your independence is a really good time for that. I promised you, we're going to get some Oracle. I just jumped right into the tarot. I got too excited. Let's get some messages from Oracle for you. What do my Aries need to know about this? We have the message of the grouse. These are all representing birds. Perfect. We have like a great soundtrack. Embrace the power of dance and movement to access your highest guidance. That's literal too. We were just talking about disciplines that put you back in tune. Meditation, church, if you like church, dance. So when I was growing up, we're gonna get another card for you. We didn't go to church, but every Sunday, my dad, who was a professional dancer, would turn on the music, turn on all the big, huge lights in his music, his dance floor, his dance studio, and we would all dance as a family. We bust a groove to like James Brown and all these fantastic R&B artists. Okay, so We have the message, your dreams and desires are calling you to action. The journey begins today. And that is the energy of the King of Rods right here. So as you gain momentum, allow your mind to open, allow yourself to feel excitement again. And so again, I want to ask for advice before I let you go. From tarot, and of course it comes with a disclaimer that you are in charge, absolutely 100%. If something doesn't feel in alignment to your truth, throw it out, you know? So this is only here to empower you. What is advice from tarot at this time for my Aries? Please make it clear, Spirit. Yeah, home, stability, double down. There might be for a couple of you guys invitations to weddings or family reunions. This is a really great time to say yes to those, because the Four of Wands, it talks about stability, but it also talks about the people and the engagements, the rites of passage, the celebrations that mark a sense of celebration and community. Okay. All right. What else do we say yes to? Awesome. Okay. Yeah. If there's any travel involved, especially, go for it. So the World card, it talks about the closing of one chapter. It's your confirmation that in the healthiest way, this is closing and a new chapter is opening up. So it's a beautiful closure card, and it's but you're moving to a new stage in life. And the other meaning of the World card that I'd like to combine in this is it's all about travel, connecting with people who are different from you. Maybe you start a remote class, you start doing like video chats with career coaches, or, you know, you join some groups that are remotely getting together, a retreat or whatever. And this is a really positive travel card. What else do we say yes to? I love it. At the bottom of the deck, we've got that Hermit card reminding us of how important your inner voice is right now. For my Aries, what do we say yes to? In clarity to the Temperance in reverse. Oh, ho, ho. Okay. This is getting juicy. What do we do about that? What do we do? Oh, wow. Okay. Listen. It wouldn't surprise me one bit if you had this person, most likely this person that has been demonstrative, you putting some space between, but you might be getting somebody reaching out for a conversation, and they might have something urgent to get off their chest, even if they do it in like, you know, somebody needs to say something, but they do it passively, or if they kind of beat around the bush. So that might be the case. They have not had their aha moment. They have not had their transformation, okay? This is all Temperance in reverse. So they're out of balance, and you need to know that. So if this is somebody who's abusive, when they're toxic, and they can be toxic for a load of reasons, they're going to continue that. But what you're going to, the biggest takeaway from this conversation, and they might be using things like, do you remember those memories we had, but we grew up together, or, but you know me so well, or, but we've built so many memories, or we've built, you know, like we have this in common. Okay. That's our Six of Cups right there. So I don't think they're going to be able to kind of get their grapples in you, but tarot wants you to say yes to this moment. This is giving you a Devil in reverse moment. That is being released from something that was toxic, possibly a feeling of being stuck or chained to somebody or something, a pattern, a codependency. It could be a behavioral pattern that didn't serve you. And it could have been literally this relationship. This is actually the Lover's card, but with a different theme behind it, and they're chained to the devil. So there's a couple of you guys who might be getting out of a toxic relationship, and this time when they come back, or this time they can't manipulate you into getting it back into it. It's like they have a narcissist all over them, I gotta say. So this is great card to get upside down, because it means you were being released, and that is your takeaway, my loves, from this conversation. You might not even choose to have, but they will be probably reaching out with intention to, again, I think, throw their ego out there. I think that their ego has been hurt. They're starting to doubt themselves, though, with the Seven of Wands, and they want you to doubt yourself too. But they have this like, they have their dark night of the soul. It's coming, but it hasn't arrived. They're resisting change. And I want you to tell you that. Okay, so I will bid you adieu and let you get on with your life. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. Please consider subscribing, and I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.